Hello students, good morning. Welcome to Dr. Meghna Garg and I'm biology faculty at QNI. Students, before beginning the class, please confirm whether am I audible or not. Am I audible everyone? Can you please confirm?
You are audible, ma'am.
Okay, Kevin, thank you for responding. So, in previous class, we had already begun with this chapter, which is the fundamental unit of life. And we had also covered the structure of plasma membrane and osmosis. So, any doubts, anyone from previous class? Any doubts, anyone from previous class? Yes or no? Shall we move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, uh, sorry, do you have any doubts? You said yes, ma'am, or yes was for that. Shall we move ahead? Okay, if you have any doubts, write it in the chat box. So now see this prerequisites for today's class would be, so again, whatever we had studied till now, that is the structure of composition and structure of plasma membrane and also the term osmosis. So can anyone tell me what is the definition of osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of which type of molecules? Solvent or solute? Solvent or solute? Everyone, write your answers in the chat box quickly. Osmosis is the movement of which type of molecules? Solute or solvent? Okay, Hannah, very good. Rest everyone else. Shubhranshu, Kevin. Very good. Very good. Kamalan, very good. Very good. Yes, very good, Kevin. Shubhranshu, very good. So yes, it is the movement of the solvent molecules across a semi-permeable membrane from high concentration to low concentration. Okay. Now, in today's class, we are going to talk about cell wall, cytoplasm, and nucleus, and you can expect one question out of these three topics. Coming to the outline, what all are we going to study in today's class? So students, we are going to talk about, so yes, in today's class, just like I told you that we will be discussing about cell wall, then we are going to talk about cytoplasm, and also we are going to talk about nucleus. Okay, so these three components we are going to cover in today's class. Now let's begin the class. So first of all, we had studied in previous class that basically the outer membrane of a cell is called as cell membrane. This is your cell membrane. However, in some organisms, particularly when we talk of plants, in plants you have an outer membrane present which is outside to the cell membrane, and this membrane, or sorry, this layer is called as cell wall. Okay. Now this cell wall is also present in a bacterial cell, but in case of bacteria, this cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. But is the composition of a plant cell wall similar to that of a bacterial cell wall? So the answer is no. So let's see exactly what is the composition of the cell wall and what is its function. So first of all, it is found only in plant cells. So now we are going to talk about eukaryotic cells. So that's why it is written that it is found only in plant cells. It is the rigid outer covering of the cell. You can see from here the yellow highlighted portion. This is your cell wall and it is forming a rigid outer covering. It is present outside the cell membrane. So just like I have shown you here in the diagram that this is the cell membrane and outside to the cell membrane you have cell wall present. So you can see from the animation itself here that this blinking part which is present outside to the cell membrane, that is called as cell wall. This cell wall in plants is made up of cellulose. Very, very important. Okay. So now the plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So in bacteria, the cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. However, in plants, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is what? Cellulose is again a type of carbohydrate. Cellulose, Why exactly cellulose is present in the cell wall? Because cellulose is a rigid substance. It is a complex substance. And this substance helps in providing structural strength to the plants. So now students related with this. So whenever plants, so plants, they are present in external environmental, they are present in open environmental spaces. So they have to withstand a lot of climatic temperature changes. They have to withstand rainfall, storms, everything, high heat. So, in order to protect their cells, there is an outer covering present, which is called as cell wall. And this cell wall is made up of cellulose because cellulose is a complex substance and it can provide structural strength to the plants. It is non-living and freely permeable. Very, very important term. See, in previous class, when we had talked about cell membrane was semi-permeable. Can anyone tell me the meaning of semi-permeable? What I had explained to you in previous class? Can anyone tell me this? What is semi-permeable? Yes, Shubhranshu. Yes, you are writing. Kamalan, Kevin, Shaktivel, Hannah. Everyone start writing your answers in the chat box. What does semi-permeable means? Quickly. It allows certain stuff to pass through, but not others. Okay, Shubhranshu, your answer is correct, but do not use this term stuff. See, you are reading science, so it has to be a scientific term. So please write molecules, that it allows only certain molecules to pass through it, and it does not allow the entry of all of the molecules. Okay. Okay, so yes, so now see from here, see this is your plasma membrane, and outer to the plasma membrane, you have your cell wall present. Now cell wall, this cell wall is freely permeable. That means it can allow the entry and exit of all molecules. That means if any molecules are present in the outer space, they can cross the cell wall. But now here, see, this is the guard. The plasma membrane is the guard. Now these molecules, they cannot directly enter like this into the cell cytoplasm. So particularly cell wall is freely permeable. It is allowing the entry of all molecules till the intermembrane space. But now see this is your cell wall, cell membrane, and this cell membrane is your selectively permeable. That means it will not allow the entry of all molecules. Okay, it is selectively permeable. Clear, everyone? So from here we have understood that cell wall is freely permeable, whereas plasma membrane is selectively permeable. Very good, Kevin. Okay, very good, Kevin. Very good, Hannah. Very good. Very good, everyone. Okay, so done. Clear? Have you understood till now? Has everyone got this concept? Is it clear to you people? Show me quickly thumbs up. Yes, everyone. Quickly show me thumbs up if it's clear. Okay, Hannah, Shubhranshu, Kamalan, Shaktivel. Okay, Kamalan too, it's okay. Kevin and Shubhranshu. Okay. Now, functions of cell wall. Now let's see what are the functions of cell wall. So just now we have understood from the previous slide only that it provides protection to the cell. So the plants, they are present in open environmental spaces. So they have to withstand a lot of storms, rainfall, high temperatures. For that, cell wall gives them an extra protective layer. Then it gives definite shape to the cell. So yes, cell wall also provides a definite shape to the cell. Now, very, very important third function of the cell wall. So now see from here, everyone. Remember in previous class, we had discussed osmosis. Okay. Now let me ask you this. Whenever you place a cell in hypotonic condition, whenever you place a cell in hypotonic condition, what will happen? if you are placing a cell in a hypotonic medium. Hypotonic means that there will be more water present in the medium in comparison to inside of the cell. So what will happen? Which type of condition will be cell in after some time? Will it be plasmolized? Will it be turgid? Or will it be flaccid? You people haven't revised? Yes, everyone. What type of condition will be cell in after some time? Quickly. Answer it. Anyone, unmute yourself and answer it. See, from here itself, water is present more in the surrounding medium. So water will enter inside or water will move outside from the cytoplasm of the cell. Turgid, very good, Shubhranshu. Yes, very good. So what will happen? Eventually, water will move in and the cell will get swelled up. The cell will get swelled up and this condition is called as turgid. Okay, everyone, this condition is called as turgid. Very good, Hannah. Very good, Kevin. Yes, very good. So see this. This condition is called as turgid. So now what happens? See from here. Okay, I'm going to show you this animation. See this. Now the water. See again, I'm showing you this animation. Everyone's eyes on the animation. Water is moving inside the cell. Okay, when the cell is being placed in hypotonic condition, water is moving inside the cell. Once water has moved inside the cell, now the water will exert pressure on the cell wall. So what is happening particularly? See this. Now suppose this was the cell and now water is present inside in a large amount. So what will happen? It will exert a pressure onto the walls of the cell. Okay. Now the cell is swelling up. The swell has already swollen up. So it is extending, it is exerting some pressure onto the walls of the cell. Now, this could lead to bursting of the cell. So there are chances that when the pressure is getting increased inside the cell, there are chances that the cell might get burst. So to prevent that, okay, the cell wall exerts an equal and opposite pressure. So now what is happening? The cell wall is exerting an equal and opposite pressure, and that's what maintains the shape of the cell. That's what prevents the cell from bursting. Okay, clear everyone? So the three functions of cell wall till now is that it provides protection to the cell, it gives the cell a definite shape, and third is it prevents the cells from bursting when the cells are placed in hypotonic solution. Clear? Has everyone noted down these 3 points? Okay, to Shubhranshu, it's clear. Everyone, have you noted down these points? Students respond, at least show me thumbs up, bacho. Students, why you people are so lethargic today? I cannot see any energy in the class. Shaktivel, Samagna, Kevin. Kevin, okay, yes. Okay. So this, because of this, the cell can withstand great pressure. Now solve this question, everyone. Okay, Shubhranshu, very good. I've got your answer. Okay, Hannah. Okay, Kamalan, Shaktivel, Kevin. Okay. Now, Samagna, have you given the answer? Okay. Sorry, Kamalan and Shubhranshu, you people haven't read the question carefully. The cell wall in plants, it is not cell membrane. Cell wall in plants, that is made up of cellulose. The correct answer to this would be option number C, cellulose. Okay. What it would be? Cellulose. Got it? Okay. Now, another question. That's how you are going to get tricked in your exam. Be very thorough, be very attentive while you are reading the question. Why question mark, बच्चे? है ना? Why question mark? Say it with confidence, whatever your answer is. Yes. Yes, I've got answers of everyone. Yes, very good. So the correct answer is cell wall. Just like just now I told you the entire function that whenever the cell is placed in hypotonic solution, water moves in. Now this will lead to swelling of the cell. Swelling of the cell, that means the cell is getting stretched. That means what is happening? The water is exerting pressure onto the walls of the cell. In response to that, the cell wall exerts an equal and opposite pressure so that the cell bursting does not happen or does not occur. Okay, now let's move ahead to the next part, or that is cytoplasm. Now see from here, it is a jelly-like fluid which is present inside the cell. Okay, now this is present where? This is present between the nucleus and between the plasma membrane. So between the nucleus and the plasma membrane, all this blue portion which you can see from here, this is your cytoplasm. What exactly is cytoplasm holding? So see, in cytoplasm, you have water present, you have several proteins present, and apart from that, these several cell organelles, they are also suspended in this cytoplasm. So you can see from here, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, even nucleus, all of these organelles, they are lying in the cytoplasm. Now, the cellular chemical reaction. So in a cell, several chemical reactions also takes place. Those chemical reactions are also taking place where? In the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the main arena for the cell's metabolic reactions. It is the main arena for the cell's metabolic and chemical reactions. Okay. Now, apart from this cytoplasm, it stores several substances like amino acids, glucose, vitamins, and the main component of cytoplasm is water. Water is the major component of the cytoplasm. Now, an important term here is the difference between cytoplasm and cytosol. Okay, so now see this from this image here. If in this image I remove all these cell organelles, then what will you get? You will simply get a cell in which only this jelly-like fluid is present. Okay, this jelly-like fluid which is present inside the cell where cell organelles are absent, this is called as cytosol. This is called as cytosol. So basically, when it is the part of cytoplasm other than the cell organelles. So you can also say that cytoplasm minus cell organelles equals to what? Equals to cytosol. Got it, everyone? Clear? Have you understood? Very basic, very simple thing. Show me a thumbs up if it's okay, bacho. Yes, very good. Okay. Now, let's move to the various cell organelles which are present or which are lying in the cytoplasm. Okay. Now, what are cell organelles? So, cell organelles are basically the organs of the cell. Now, an organelle is a specialized subunit within a cell that has a specific function. That means just like, see, now can you, if you recall my class, if you can recall from my initial classes, I had told you that you can compare a cell to a city. Okay. So just like in a city, you have several departments present. You have restaurants, you have factories, you have municipal department, you have roadways department, you have a central governing body. In the same manner, In a cell, there are several departments present. These departments are called as cell organelles. So just like in a city, the departments were having an individual function, they were performing a specific function. In a similar manner, inside these cell organelles are performing a specialized function. Each cell organelle is associated with a special function. Example, making new materials in the cell or destroying the old ones, clearing up the waste. A cell is able to live and perform all because why? Because the cell organelles are performing the functions. And in different cells of the body, in different cells of the body of an organism, the cell organelles are same. Okay, some of them might be specialized in certain cells, but in majority of the cells of the body, we can say that the cell organelles are same. Okay. Now, let's see one by one. So first of all, we are going to talk about nucleus. Okay. Now, if I ask you this, students, who governs who governs our country? Who governs a country? Yes. Who governs a country? PM, government, yes. So just like you have the government, okay, you have the government, the centralized body which is governing which is governing the country, which is making sure that all the states, all the states which are present within that country, they are working in collaboration with each other. They are properly doing their own work. In a similar manner, nucleus is the governing body of the cell. Nucleus is also called as the head of the family. So just like the head of the family or the government takes the important decisions regarding the country or regarding the family, in a similar manner, nucleus has the power to take or to decide what functions a cell will perform. Okay. Now, let me ask you this one more thing, which I had also discussed during the previous classes. Now, if a government has to imply some rules on its people, on its population, which book will they consider? Where are all the rules written? Where are in which book all the rules are written, that how exactly the country should be governed, what exactly should happen, how it should happen? Which book is there? Which book is there? Similar book. Constitution. Yes, very good. So just like you have constitution, okay, in a similar manner, the nucleus has DNA present. The nucleus has what present? The nucleus has DNA present. Okay, so inside this nucleus, you have DNA present. Now consider this DNA similar to the constitution. Okay. Now on constitutions, each page, there are some rules written. Okay. So suppose, let's say, for example, the constitution has 1,000 pages. For example, the constitution has 1,000 pages. Each page contains information about one rule. Okay. In a similar manner, this DNA, which is the rule book according to which the whole cell will function, inside this DNA also. So let me show you first initially. The DNA somewhat looks like this. Okay, this is how a DNA looks like. And when you talk of DNA, then in this similar manner, the DNA has important areas present in it, just like similar to the pages which are present in the constitution. In a similar manner, inside the DNA, you have genes present. Okay, so these genes are what? These genes are specialized segments of the DNA. Okay, so these genes eventually they will tell the cell that what needs to be manufactured and how it will be manufactured for the functioning of the cell. Got it? Clear, everyone? Have you understood the analogy from here? What I am trying to tell you? Okay, Kevin, Shubhranshu, Hannah, okay, Kamal, okay, Shaktived, Samagna. Is it clear to you, students? Quickly. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So now let's see what exactly is the structure of the nucleus. So nucleus is the large spherical body which is lying at the center of the cell. So see from here, this green structure, this is cell. And now inside the cell, this is your nucleus. And now you are zooming into the nucleus. So this entire structure, this is your nucleus. This nucleus is fitted inside the cell. So see from here, this is your nucleus. Now, it is the most important part of the cell. So just like I told you that it is exactly similar to the governing body. So nucleus is the most important part of the cell. It controls all the cellular activities and it also plays an important role in cell division. So what happens, students, when a cell has to divide into two daughter cells, when a cell has to divide into two daughter cells at the same time, because this nucleus now is containing all the information, okay, in the form of DNA. So what will happen, this nucleus will get also divided and this will also get distributed. The contents of the nucleus will also get divided and it will also be distributed to the two daughter cells. Thus nucleus also plays an important role during the cell division. Okay. Now it decides which function will be carried out by the cell. So just like I told you that a governing body decides that which particular states would be handling what or which departments would be doing what responsibilities, in a similar manner, the cell's nucleus decides that what type of functions will be carried out by the cell. Now, coming to the structure of the nucleus. So, nucleus is basically covered by a double membrane. So, now if I draw you the structure, okay, this is the structure of nucleus. Suppose this is the cell. I'm drawing it on a large basis. Now, see this. The nucleus, this is first membrane and this is second membrane. So, it is a double membrane bounded structure. There are two membranes present and these two membranes are called as nuclear membranes. Now, in between the nuclear membrane, so just like I have shown you in this image here, this nucleus image, I have not drawn it like this. I have not drawn it in a continuous manner. I have drawn it how? I have drawn it with some spaces. These spaces are called as nuclear pores. These spaces are called as nuclear pores. So you have certain pores present in the nuclear membrane. And what function will they form? What function will they perform? So they will basically allow the entry and exit of molecules from nucleus to cytoplasm and from cytoplasm to nucleus. Clear, students? Is it clear to everyone? Can you unmute yourself and say it? I want to hear your voice. Yes. Okay, Kamalan. Okay, Kevin, unmute yourself. Everyone unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Hannah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Samagna. Samagna. Shaktivel. That means Samagna is not active in the class. Samagna, are you active? Are you here? Samagna is active. Okay. Then unmute yourself and say, yes, ma'am. I want to hear my students' voice. Most of you are not even opening your cameras. I will also from next time teach you by closing my camera. Okay. Will that be okay? If you only hear my voice, everyone, will that be okay? Yes or no? Okay. Shubhranshu. Shubhranshu. Shaktivel, yes. Okay. So now see this. Okay. So these are the nuclear pores. Okay. Okay, Shubhranshu. Okay. I understand. Whenever teacher asks the students, they say, ma'am, my throat is not working, my mic is not working. This happens. Common problem with students. Okay, no worries. Okay, kidding. I'm just joking. Okay, do not take it on heart. Okay, now see this. So these are nuclear pores which are present in the nuclear membrane. Now see this liquid material which is present inside the nucleus. This is called as nucleoplasm. This is called as nucleoplasm. Now inside this nucleoplasm, you have certain darkly stained structures present. These darkly stained bodies which are present inside the nucleus, they are called as nucleoli. Okay. And what is the function of nucleoli? So basically, nucleoli are involved in the synthesis, or they are the site of synthesis of rRNA. Now, what is rRNA? That is beyond the scope of discussion at this level, but that is just to increase your general knowledge that some important molecules are getting synthesized at the nucleoli regions, and those important molecules are called as rRNAs. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, nucleoplasm is a jelly-like fluid, and this is your nucleolus, which is highlighted. Now, inside the nucleus, I just told you what will be present. The rule book, what will be present inside the nucleus? The rule book which I have told you. Name it.
DNA.
Very good, Kamalan. Very good, Kevin. Shubhranshu, Henna, Samagna, quickly, I want everyone's answer. Yes, DNA. Very good. Yes. So now see, I told you that DNA looks like this. Okay. But initially, so this structure of DNA is the structure. This is the structure of DNA. Now this DNA initially is present in the form of fibers like this inside the cell's nucleus. So this DNA is present in the form of network of fibers, which is called as chromatin. This network of fibers is called as chromatin. So DNA is initially present inside the nucleus in the form of chromatin fibers. Okay. Now, these are thread-like structures which are composed of DNA. But when the cell has to divide, so just like I told you here that when a cell has to divide, its nucleus will also divide for equal distribution the genetic material into the daughter cells. So for this purpose, to ensure that the genetic material, this chromatin gets equally divided into two daughter cells, to ensure this, the DNA or this chromatin becomes further coiled and it takes the shape of chromosome. It takes the shape of chromosome. So when the cell is not dividing, in that case, DNA is present in the form of thread-like fibers, which are called as chromatin. But when a cell has to divide, and at that time to ensure that equal amount of genetic material goes into two daughter cells, at that time this chromatin gets further coiled and it takes the shape of chromosome. Clear, everyone? This was a very, very important concept. Is it clear to everyone? Yes or no, students?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, Kevin. Everyone else?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay, okay, Kamalan, very good. Hannah, Samagna, okay. Shubhranshu, okay. Yes. See? This is the chromosome. And this chromosome contains basically what? It contains basically DNA only. Okay. Now, the DNA transfers the hereditary information from one generation to next. For example, the color of the eye, the color of the hair, these all information are present in DNA. But in what particular segments, but in exactly where in DNA? So just like I told you that the DNA is divided into several segments, just like the Constitution has several pages in it. Similarly, the functional segments of DNA, they are called as genes, and eventually they decide the color of the eye, the color of the hair, which color of your eyes would be, how many limbs, how many fingers would you have, just like that. Now, Everyone, solve this question. Hannah, rethink your answer. Kamalan, very good. Okay. I'm getting everyone's answer. I'll go through everyone's answer and then I'll say which answer is correct or not. Okay. 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 So yes, well done everyone. The correct answer is chromosomes. Chromatin. The DNA is present in the form of chromatin. That is the mesh-like fibers. That entire mesh is present when the cell does not have to divide. Now, sorry. Oh, so the answer is already written here. Okay, so wait. I'll go back to the. Okay, sorry. Yes. I pressed this button twice. Solve this question. Solve this question, everyone. Okay, Kamalan. Okay, Shaktivel, Hannah, Kevin, Shubhranshu. Okay, Samagna, Kevin. I haven't got your answer yet. Kevin, you have raised your hand. Do you have any doubt? Or is it by mistake? Okay. So yes, well done. The correct answer to this is nucleoplasm. Now, students, I hope you people are practicing questions on the platform. Are you people practicing questions on the platform? Those who have got their login ID, credentials, and platform. Okay. So now I am going to give you homework. Go to the dashboard. Then you know the drill already. Go to the assessment section, practice, custom. Okay. Go to the science section. And in that, now I'm going to give you the homework. The fundamental unit of life, view topics. Okay. Now you are going to solve questions on understand plasma membrane in detail. I hope you have already solved this. Now you are going to understand nucleus in detail and cytoplasm in detail and cell wall. These three topics you have to work on. Okay. This is your homework for today's class. You have to work on these three topics, understand cell wall in detail, cytoplasm in detail, and nucleus in detail. Also, students, in today's evening session, okay, 6 to 7, we will have your solving questions. We will have a session where you will be solving questions on the platform with us. So please attend that session and we will be taking you to the platform and there you can practice on your individual devices and we will be invigilating you during the class. And if you come across any doubts, then you can ask that. Now, students, one more request. So the feedback form is already shared with you people. So please fill that feedback form, everyone. That is important. Yes, everyone, please fill the feedback form. Everyone, please fill the feedback form, students. Do you have any doubts? Anyone? So we will take up the functions of nucleus in next class. Any doubts? Anyone? Okay, Kevin?
I don't have any. I don't know how to open the dashboard.
Okay. Kamalan, have you registered with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will ask the customer care team to give you the platform credentials. Okay, so you will go to the Q&A site and there you will log in using your username and password. Okay, we will ask the customer care team to contact you. So before today's session, they will be contacting you and you will be able to open your platform. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so students, yes. Okay, so Magna, thank you for resharing the link. So please, everyone, fill this feedback form. I hope all of you are enjoying the classes. I hope all of you are enjoying the classes. Yes or no, students, at least say something. Are you people enjoying the classes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you for responding. So that's all, students, for today's class. And in next class, we are going to talk about the functions of nucleus, and also then we are going to pick up endoplasmic reticulum. So that's all for today's class. I hope you have enjoyed the class, and
Uh,
I'll see you in next class. Yes,
like in the feedback form, there's a section where it asks for subject. What should I click on that? Like, why is it
bi
asked?
biology.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. And I'll see you in next class. Till then, keep studying and keep practicing questions on the platform. Thank you.